Hi, everybody. It's Michael and Julie again.
The Claire.
And we're delighted to be joined by His Lordship, the Mark Attwood of Boyle, who very kindly came and opened our Solas Healing cabin 4 years ago. Can you believe, Mark, it's 4 years?
I cannot believe it's 4 years. No, I said COVID would be over by December 2020, so I'm pretty shit with time.
You're just on a different timeline, Mark. Anyway, it's been too long since we've seen you, so we said we had to get you on for our birthday special. 4 years. We still have our Solas Healing cabin, but also you have a 5D centre that you might like to tell people about over in Boyle.
Yeah, Live 5D Health. It's just on the bridge in the middle of Boyle, and it's crazy. It's like red light beds, hyperbaric oxygen, luxury sauna. The walls emit chi energy. It's just an amazing place, and people come from all over the world. We've been running retreats. It's been 3 years nearly. That's crazy as well.
Yeah, we were up for the launch of it, and we
We
had a
were,
great,
it was
wonderful time
amazing.
and got to use the hyperbaric chambers and the other facilities that were there. But I know you've added a lot of stuff since we were last there.
Well, there is a lot of stuff there. Yeah, we're just building a gym right now, and we've got a big plan. We're trying to turn the middle of Boyle into a healing village,
Wonderful.
and it's all divinely guided. I have absolutely no idea how any of it has happened, but I just got told one day, open a place with hyperbaric oxygen, and away you go, and then it's just flying.
Great, yeah. And there's huge interest.
But
Yeah,
I've got to say, it's not. I didn't. We've not taken any money out of it. We're not running it as a business. It's like donation based. It's a private members association. We've been trying to set it up in a way where nobody gets turned away. It's donate. A single mother comes with an autistic child on benefits, then it's free. But That's the hardest thing to do in Ireland is give people anything for free. I've learned that the hard way.
yeah, yeah. Because to think if it's free, it's no good. Because we did the same
Yeah.
thing with our gratitude donations, and it's just people have a difficulty with it. And I think it's an Irish thing. I really do.
Definitely. I never expected it. It's like, it's free. They're like, what's the catch?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah,
I know. I know.
absolutely, yeah,
The
yeah.
Irish government, especially on
No, no,
like April
yeah.
Fools. Yeah.
Not on April the 1st as well, but not only that, it's like, it's, we built a sauna because people understand what a sauna is, but even with hyperbaric oxygen, and it's fair enough because I didn't know what hyperbaric oxygen was 4 years, 5 years ago. But I meant there was a guy came up to me in the street and he said, "What's that you're doing over the road?" I said, "It's hyperbaric oxygen." He went, "Oxygen? What's that?" So it's a little bit of a educational battle. They're all very suspicious. A lot of people are very suspicious of it, but we get people coming from because of the podcast. We get people coming from all over the world, which is so we're a tourist attraction, which is great because the whole of Ireland is changing. Boyle is like a microcosm of the whole country, and you can see the change going on. Good and bad. There's like this toing and throwing between positive energy and negative energy,
Yeah.
and it's very interesting to find myself placed here because, of course, you have a history with this place with the wonderful Betty Mailer, and
Yeah.
that's something I feel very connected to here, even though I never met her. So I am planning also on putting on a UFO event, hopefully later this year,
Cool. Yeah, that'd be good. Yeah.
which will be fun.
Yeah, I did mention too, I think it was Paul Condon that you were thinking of making a film about Betty. And of course,
I am.
as you know, Paul had met her as well, so we'd spent some time with her. Wonderful lady. But yeah, she introduced me to Boyle and the possibilities. And then X number of years later, I meet this wonderful man called Mark Attwood, who happens to live in Boyle and is about to kick ass there and make things an awful lot better for an awful lot of people.
Yes, and I think when you mention UFOs, we have to mention our beloved Helen, who we all
Yeah.
loved in Athlone, because she was another person that brought us all together. Yes, another magical lady who had such a tremendous connection.
Oh,
She's
oh,
definitely upstairs.
Yeah, she
I
is.
just,
Yeah,
She's
I just
listening.
got,
yeah,
hello.
yeah.
Oh,
Definitely. Yes.
I'm so grateful to you guys and the Connecting Consciousness guys. Meeting Helen was really special, and I'm so glad that I got to make that film with her and stuff because that was the same year she passed. So
Yeah.
it's amazing that we did that, and yeah, it's been those were those were tough days, weren't they? I mean, I remember coming down to that castle in Cork. That was the first time I was let out, I think, and
Yeah.
that was with you guys. That was a great night.
Yeah,
Um,
97 light workers
Yes, for the
from all around the
weekend.
country, Mark.
Yes.
When you think about it, and the funny
yeah.
thing is, people still talk about the castle.
Well, why wouldn't you? Because we'd all been locked down for a year, and it was
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
oh, we're
yeah.
out.
We're out.
You know, it was like wartime.
It was, yeah. It was like
It was like a wartime party.
Yeah, yeah. But also the unfortunately the lady who was involved with the castle passed about 2.5 years ago. About a year and a half ago, the castle was put up for sale, and I don't know how many messages, emails, and telegram messages I got from people saying, "Start a GoFundMe. We have to buy the castle." Like it'd be not being funny. It's a bottomless pit. Like they
Yeah.
put 8 million into it. They were looking
Wow.
to sell it for 2.5 million. So there was no, there was no way of doing it really.
No, I know. I understand that. I mean, I've just done a similar thing here with the big house in the middle of town, and we raised the money to buy that, and I'm just waiting to exchange contracts, which means we've got a venue which is uncancelable, which is
Excellent. Yeah.
Wonderful.
the main
Wonderful.
reason. And and we're trying to do. We try to turn. We're going to turn. If we get once we get the contracts exchanged, then we're going to turn that place into its own country,
Yeah.
and then we get the cafe as well, which will make the
Yeah.
healthiest cafe in Ireland, but it will be a private club. So we're trying to build this system within the system, outside of the system.
Yeah.
If you see what I mean,
Yeah.
because
Oh,
that's what we're going to do.
Yeah,
sounds
absolutely.
fascinating.
But I suppose at the end of the day, that's what we did here 4 years ago with the cabin. We weren't reliant on anybody else to give us space to meet up and to do stuff. So we said we'd do it ourselves. And again, we thought that the money would flow in from different sources, as we were all told. But look, you have to sort of stand up and walk the talk,
I think so, yes. And to recognize that we are the heroes we've been waiting for. And to reach out there and to walk your talk, as Michael says. When you talk about Boyle too, Mark, we're looking out over onto Tara Hill, and Michael and I realize the reason why we're here is there's this profound connection between Era, as we call it, and Egypt. And apparently Princess Tia was buried there. And they do say, and I know we told you this also, that she's protected by a dragon, and the locals say that sometimes they can hear the roar of the dragon. But we're, I suppose, in awe of the fact that there's this profound connection between where we are and where our Solas Healing cabin looks out over an ancient Egypt and the wonderful ancient Celtic heritage that we have.
I know it's amazing, and I've learned so much. I mean, I find it quite funny because when visitors come here, I give them a little tour. I take them down and I know more than most of the locals know about the local area, which is hilarious. Just because I'm interested, and that book, Ireland, Land of the Pharaohs by Andrew Powers, is like a book that I always talk about and get people to read to understand that connection between Egypt and Ireland, because we're in Atlantis. We're surrounded by Atlantean and Lemurian technology everywhere, and it all went out into the sea when the waters were lower. And it's hard work being here, because what I've learned is that this country got taken over because it's so powerful, because it's so important. Same as the UK, the whole of the British Isles just got taken over by very dark energies that are coming to light now, and it is. I think we're all exactly where we're supposed to be. Like I sometimes moan about being in Boyle because small town mentality and everything, and I want to be traveling the world, but I'm kind of stuck here because my kids are here, and I think it's part of the job actually.
Yeah. But
And dragons.
yeah,
I told you a dragon flew over my head
yeah,
just over here 4 years ago with my neighbour. We both saw it. It flew right over our head, made of light, silently flying over our heads. And the ship that visited me was just outside this kitchen door. And it's all coming to light, and we've got this amazing, interesting time, especially now in April, between now and July the 4th. I think there's going to be something, either the Great Deception or Chris Bledsoe's prophecy with the orbs. But see the orbs here every night. It's
yeah.
no wonder Betty was here. And of course we did that in your garden that time. Do you remember we had that
Oh, that was amazing. Yeah, yeah.
Yes,
we
yes.
had that light show from the UFOs?
Yes.
We were very blessed. That's why we want you to come back and visit us again and bring all your friends. Or if not, we're going to come over to Boyle and catch up with you again soon. It's been too long.
It has. Life's taken over. I've been a busy bunny. Unless I don't go out as much. I don't don't drink anymore really, so that's probably why I don't go out very much anymore. But yeah, you're welcome anytime, and there will be. I'm planning to put a lot of events on at this new venue come after summer going forward. So there should be a lot of excitement there. But anybody watching is welcome to go to live5dhealth.com and have a look at what we're doing there, because it's everybody's welcome. It's amazing.
Cool. And Julie put all the details
I
below
will,
in
I will
the
indeed, yes, and we'll
in
share
the
them.
bump. And
Yes.
yeah, and we're here in Arklow. We're here 4 years. We have clients who are coming back, and the strange thing is they're not local people. They tend to be people who are coming in. So we're happy, but we could appreciate a bit more people, a higher number of people coming. But it's about divine timing, and people will come when the time is right.
Yes, although we did, Mark, we were quite delighted. We won the Prestige Awards for Ireland, as they call it, for 2025-2026. So someone apparently was looking on our website and saw all the different healing modalities we offer. We also offer sacred trips abroad. We write books, we do t-shirts, and they said, wow, those two are doing a good job. So I was delighted for the pair of us that out there, people are saying, let's give them an award.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, it's good because you said earlier about people were waiting for money, and even when COVID started, I knew this money was not going to come immediately, and we had to stand up. So that's why I was happy to. I seem to remember I was a little bit late, wasn't I, when I came to cut the room?
We won't hold that against you, Mark.
No, it's okay. We're still
I remember waking up going, oh shit. And I drove in my
Jag.
the car that has got me 9 points. Because you can't drive that car slowly, but I got there as fast as I could. I remember that. Yeah, it was a good day.
Yeah. I know we've enjoyed having you here on different occasions, and you were here 2 years ago for my birthday as well, which was really special. So the times we've had together have been really good, and the fact that you shared your space with us and we've shared our space with you makes it very important.
I'm sure there'll be many more good times. Yes.
Absolutely, yeah.
Well, you guys were a shining light in the darkness back in 21, and it's been very important, and those things won't be forgotten, but this has gone on a lot longer than a lot of us expected, and we've all had to dig deep, pull up our bootstraps, and just get on with it and try to stick to our values, and that will attract people over time. And also, I think that you were way ahead of the curve. So 4 years ago, and then we did it 3 years ago, and then I know there's other people like Carmen and stuff who've been doing that for a long time, and these places are becoming more important as people are waking up, because they're looking for this sort of thing, and they're looking for spiritual healing as much as anything else. And that's all I'm finding. People are coming from all sorts of places with all sorts of stories, and it's just great to be able to have something where people feel safe. They can come and speak freely and get healing, and it's quite magical, really. So I think hats off to anybody that has done what you've done, or what I've done, or what anybody else has done that's doing it despite the fact that there's no big handouts.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Well, look, as we said earlier on, we said we had to do it. We've done it, and you've done the same thing, and you're extending now to take over Boyle and probably Roscommon next, and then sort of
Connacht, yeah.
But it's great, Mark, because you and I sat down 4 or 5 years ago and spoke about what you were going to do, and you had a vision, and you've exceeded the vision at this stage. Yeah, we all get knocked along the way, which is part of the life's process, and it's what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. But at the same time, you find a way through things. You really do. And a little bit of light and any sort of darkness shines brightly. It really does. So yeah, so
we'll say goodbye now. Gur míle maith, Mark. It's always a pleasure to connect with you online, but we'll definitely catch up in person, and we'll bring a birthday cake, and we'll have 4 candles on it, and you can blow it out. But in the meantime,
4 candles.
Yes,
4 candles.
4 candles.
4
Yes.
candles. What's that? Candles for forks.
Yeah. She doesn't. No.
No, nobody in Ireland gets that. To Ronnie's reference.
No. I showed it to her before, but hello, And we'll also, I know it's your birthday coming up soon, so we'll also remember that too.
We will.
12 days. Yay.
Yeah,
Yes,
I know. Yeah,
yes, fantastic. Well, I hope you
absolutely.
get all your birthday kisses and give our regards to all the family too. And we look forward to seeing you in person. And thank you so much for your time. Slán agus Spanacht.
Talk to you soon, Mark. Take care.
See you guys.
Bye.
Bye.